Hi guys, and welcome along to Tim Cooper Health and Fitness. And as you can see today, I'm not in the gym, I'm in the kitchen. And the reason behind that is I want to give back to everybody what they keep asking me, and that is meal prep. How do you meal prep efficiently? How do you turn something that's quite bland into something really exciting and tasty? And how fast can you do it so you're not sitting around all evening waiting for your meals to be prepped? I'm going to show you exactly how you do that today. I'm really excited about this. I've been doing this for a long time, so I know it like the back of my hand. So today I'm going to be using chicken. And the reason I'm going to be using chicken is because I use chicken 2 to 3 times per week, and as I say, I know it really well, and it's going to give me the opportunity to give back some of that knowledge to you guys. So I'm excited about this. Let's get cracking. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I've got about 750 grams here of chicken, and I normally try to remove and cut as much fat off the chicken as possible. If I don't, Amanda ends up killing me and says, Tim, there's still fat on that chicken. So now I'm cutting more and more fat off as I go. But for you guys as well, I want to make this video, and the reason why I've done this video is so I can show you how efficient and how fast you can make your meal prep. So there's going to be some fat around your chicken, so just slide it off. There's a little bit inside here as well. And also there's a bit of, normally right through the center of the chicken, you'll find a little bit of gristle. And I like to cut that out just because it tastes nicer and I don't want to be having gristle in my teeth really. So that's the main reason. So I've got 4 fillets here, as I say, 750 grams. Cut the fat off, put it to one side, all right? So then put all of your fillets over to one side as well. Then what you want to be doing is you want to be putting some slits like so down into the chicken. So it's like butterflying it, but I do a little bit more. I try to make it really flat. And the reason I do that is so I can get as much seasoning inside the chicken as possible. So when all the juices come out, it's going to be seasoned with everything that I put in. And then that is it. After that, it should look something like this. Something like this. Let's get going to the next stage. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, so we've now butterflied or put slits within the chicken, whichever you prefer to call it. The next thing that I do is I get some virgin coconut oil. Now, I'm using the spray today. However, you don't have to use the spray. You can use, there's some jars that you can use as well, but I'm just using the spray because I like to use it. It's simple for me. So first thing I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna spray this tray here with coconut oil, like so. Then what I'm gonna do after I do that is I'm gonna then put that tray in the oven. Now I've been preheating the oven to 170 and I'll tell you exactly why it's that heat in a moment, because there's going to be 2 other things that are going to end up going in there. So I'm now going to put this tray into the oven and make sure all of the coconut oil is lubricated, all right? So now that's in the oven. The next thing that I'm going to be doing while that's in the oven, while that's heating up, is I'm going to start to season my chicken. And as you can see here, I have got some ginger, I've got lime, I've got lemon, I've got garlic, which is my favorite, brings everything to life. After that, I've got some, let me take this out, coriander, which again is another good favorite of mine, garlic and coriander mixed, beautiful. Then I have got some basil as well, which is again a really nice strong smelling bit of seasoning. And again, I like to put this on a lot of stuff as well. So I'm going to start now slowly to start to season everything that I've got here as well. I'm just going to move that chicken to one side. Now, you don't have to do this, and you can use a knife, but I like using a garlic crusher because it saves me a lot of time and a lot of fingers as well, just in case, all right? So again, I like to put the garlic straight in the crusher. So I'm gonna get 2 cloves of garlic and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that in the garlic crusher. Okay, so now I've got a garlic clove here. I'm gonna just slide that into my garlic crusher. Yes, so much easier than chopping. I know I'm being lazy. But again, this is for paste. All right, so I'm gonna take that out. They're gonna put another one and another one in like so. So as I say, it's just 2 cloves of garlic and that is enough. But to be fair, I do like my garlic. So you don't have to put as much as this in, but this is what I prefer. And yeah, I find that the taste, especially mixed in with the ginger and the coriander, oh, honestly, love it. So put that to one side. So I've got my garlic here now. I will give that a final chop. There you go. Nothing compared to the time that it would normally take me to crush it. So that's the garlic already done. The next ingredient is the chili. So the next ingredient is the chili. I'm using red chilies here. They're not too strong. I don't mind a bit of heat in my food, but not too much. So I'm gonna be using probably about, I'd probably say half of a chili for this amount of chicken. And yeah, I'm a bit gutted because I'm gonna have to chop this. I can't be lazy. But yeah, gonna chop this into fine chunks. Now, don't worry about seeds too much if you like the kick of the chili. But I try and chop this as fine as I can as well. And then what I'll then do is I will put this in with the garlic. So there you go. I'm just gonna push that to one side. Now we're slowly starting to create a nice bit of seasoning for our chicken. So the next stage is I'm gonna be using some ginger as well. This will give it a nice bit of diversity, the flavour. Again, I'm gonna put it straight in to the garlic crusher. Nice and easy, whack that off there. And I'm just gonna pull that open, take the excess there, and I'm gonna take this out. Size-wise, ginger, I'm using about the size of a garlic clove, and that is normally enough actually to give it a nice, as I say, nice bit of diversity to this dish. I'm enjoying this. I love prepping, I love it. So easy to do this as well. And it hardly takes any time, I promise you. So now we've got garlic, we've got ginger, and we've got some chilies. So we're gonna mix that all together, like so. Just chop that down a little bit more. And then what we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna start to put that on our chicken. I'm ready. Okay, now, so the olive oil, do that again. It's not olive oil. Shit. Okay, so the coconut oil, which has been in the oven, should be ready to come out now. I'm gonna pull that out and I'm gonna start to put the chicken in and start to turn it and start to marinate it with the coconut oil. So I'm just gonna get that out now. Lovely, perfect, excellent. This should be nice and hot. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but steam is coming off. Just gonna lay that flat. Like so. Now, I'm gonna start to get my chicken breast in, start to marinate it, start to turn it, like so. And I'm gonna lay that flat. I'm gonna do the same here, start to twist it in. There we go. This does work a little better actually if it's not a spray coconut oil, but it still does the trick on the spray. As long as it's marinating and lubricating the chicken, that is what we're looking for. So the chicken should go in something like this now, so it's all marinated. The next step for me will be to get this lovely bit of seasoning that I've just got, start to then spread, take this over. In fact, what I'm going to do is turn these over because this is where all the slits are. And as you can see, because of the heat of the tray, it's slowly starting to warm up the chicken already, which is just what I was looking for. So here we go. Just rub all that in, flip that over there. There we go. Now, obviously, I'm doing this to show you guys, this is a video, so it's taking me a little bit longer, but I'm telling you now, this should take you around 35 to 45 minutes to do about 6 meals, 5-6 meals. So this is all nice in there, settling in nice. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a lemon. Now, what I'm gonna do with a lemon first is I'm gonna chop the lemon in half, like so. Then I'm gonna finally squeeze it all over the chicken. Just half a lemon is enough. Now, you can put the lemon like this through your hands, and what it'll do, it will catch the seeds, all right? Save them all going in to your chicken. That's that done. Then the next thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna get a lime. So this is gonna add some real freshness to this chicken. Lemon and lime create something really fresh. I love lime so much, it's good. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is put the lime over. Same thing again, if you wanna catch anything, you can. There you go, all over there like so. So that is, or that has rather, got plenty of juices, plenty of seasoning already on there. But to add to that, there's a few finishing touches that I like to do that make it a little bit special, give it a little bit more of a kick, let's say. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grate some lemon over the top. So it's gonna be like so. And I really love this lemon zest. I tried this actually, and I started doing this just by trial, the same as with most things that I do, because there's only a certain amount of chicken you can eat before it gets bland. So I decided, how could I spice my chicken up, but just keep it as healthy as possible as well with all the other bits I've been gonna be cooking with it rather. So now I'm gonna do exactly the same with the lime. What this is gonna do as well, this is gonna start to bring really nice colour to the chicken. It's all about the colour. There we are. A little bit more. Make sure that's distributed evenly. So it's starting to look really nice now. My mouth's starting to water, definitely. Okay, so last things that are going to be going on is coriander and basil as well. So I'm going to finely chop some coriander. So I'm just going to cut off there. So normally about half a bunch that I've got. So there we go. Again. The smell of coriander, that's when I know that it's coming to life. When I start to smell the coriander, I know that I've got this chicken dish on the way that I love. And when you pull this sort of food out after the gym, for example, people are like, where'd you get that? Did you buy that meal prep? Who did that for you? Have you bought that through a meal prep company? Well, actually, I haven't, no, I've just put in a bit of effort, and this is what it comes out like. So, coriander, give it a little bit of colour. There we go, over again there, the same, put plenty on. And then I will do this again, I will season with coriander after, when this comes out as well. Look at the colour that it's starting to create now. I love it, absolutely beautiful. Then we're gonna get some basil, just a few leaves of basil. Then we're just gonna start to put that over. Just tear these leaves off a little bit. These are quite big leaves actually, these basil, this basil that I've got here. There you go. There we go. Look at that. Oh yes. Oh yes. We are nearly ready to rock. So, the last thing that's going to be going on these chicken breasts is salt and pepper. So, I try to keep my diet low in salt, but when I'm doing this meal prep, I like to make sure my chicken is seasoned properly, because the whole reason of me doing this is so it tastes tasty. So the reason you want it to taste tasty, obviously, is so you can continue to have it, which means you're gonna stay on track, and when you're prepping your meals in the future, you know you're gonna have some nice tasty food that you're gonna be eating throughout the day. So make sure it's seasoned properly. Anybody can get some chicken and just put it in the oven. However, taking a bit of time to season it will really start to bring your meal prep to life, and it'll make you look forward to having it. And then once you're looking forward to having it, you're on the right track, and that's when you start to see the results. So the next thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna chop up some peppers, all right? And I'm not gonna chop these finely, I'm just gonna chop them into 4 sections and then chop them sections into pieces as well. So I've got a red, green, and a yellow. Let's go. Okay, so it took me ages to get my head round cutting peppers without getting the seeds everywhere. It used to drive me insane, but I think I've cracked it. There it is. So it's something that I'm really proud of. I know it's simple and easy, but for me, this is the way that I like to chop my peppers. So then I've got these sections here. All right, so all I'm gonna do is, again, if you stack these on top, it makes it so much easier just to cut them down like this. And I know all these things seem really simple, but when you're first starting to do this sort of stuff, these are all the challenges that you can come up against. I know, because I've come up against them. And if you feel that you're gonna come up against challenges and meal prep's gonna be aggravation, you're gonna be less inclined to start doing it. So that's all I'm doing there. This is exactly how the peppers are gonna be. Now I'm gonna start to put that nicely, filling all the gaps around there like so. There's one last pepper here that I forgot. There you go. I won't leave her out. Put it around the sides. There you go. And I'm gonna do exactly the same now with the other peppers. Let's see if I can bypass the seeds. Oh, I'm winning. I'm definitely winning today. Yes. Okay, again, stack these up. I'm gonna put that on like that. Just gonna pull that one off because there's too many stacked up on there. And again, just chop exactly the same as you did with the others, like so. Now, I know this is common sense, but if you are going to meal prep, make sure that you've got a half decent knife, because it saves you so much time and so much frustration. There's nothing worse than trying to chop something with a blunt knife. So I'm not trying to sell Morphy Richards knives here, but Morphy Richards, if you're interested, contact me. So just going to dice these, there we go. So the last pepper going in is the red. Exactly the same, chop down the sides again, bypass all the seeds, stay out of the way seeds. Mission completed. There we go, and again, I'm gonna do these ones a little bit different, just to mix it up. There we go, nice. Okay, so let's just chop that one again. Put these peppers in. Look at the color of this dish now. So if I said to somebody, yeah, I'm gonna prep some chicken tonight, show me what it looks like, and they come back with this looks like your Saturday night dish. But it's so simple to do, and as I say, I've literally slowed right down obviously for this, but this can be done so fast. Right, we are ready to rock. I'm ready to put that in the oven now. Now, that is going to go in at 180 for around 40 to 45 minutes, and it's up to you to keep your eye on it, but I find around 40 minutes is normally optimum for this. All right, so let's go and put it in the oven. Let's get cooking. So I am ready now, so I'm going to take this dish. Be careful because remember it has been in the oven. So I'm just going to take this in. I'm going to sit this in the middle of the oven, all right? And I'm going to leave it in there now. Perfect. The time by my watch is 5 to 2. That's going to be coming out at around quarter to 3, something like that. So 45 minutes is perfect. So that is in the oven. You can leave that alone now. That is done. Simple.